When you hear about China, what do you think about? Some might say Chinese Kung Fu, some the fake Chinese goods, and some the difficult Chinese language. But there's more to this great country than the things I just mentioned above. Every country has its positive and negative sides. China is not an exception. In today's video, I'm going to be talking to you about my experience in China and the things that foreigners enjoy about this country. Hi guys, welcome to my channel and thank you so much for clicking. My name is Chevonne. I'm a teacher, an entrepreneur, and a farmer. Please subscribe to my channel and hit the notification so that you can receive all my latest updates. In today's video, I'm going to be talking to you about my experience in China and the things that foreigners like about China. Without further ado, let's get started. Number 1. Friendship and hospitality. Chinese people are very friendly and hospitable. They always like to invite foreigners to their homes or to restaurants to have dinner. And when a Chinese family invites you over, it's not any kind of invitation. It is kind of a semi-party. The host is gonna cook several dishes for you. And even when they invite you to a restaurant, they order so much food that you will not be able to eat even half. It is part of Chinese culture that a host should be hospitable to her guest and should make sure she provides more than enough food. If a Chinese invites you to his house for dinner and you eat up the food, he will feel like he didn't provide enough food for you and he is going to lose face. Talking about friendship, Chinese people are really very friendly. Sometimes in the streets, you find people come to you and say, "Hello, 你好，你叫什么名字？你从哪里来？你喜欢中国吗?" These are strangers talking to you as if they know you. Hi, how are you? Where are you from? Do you like China? You see, they are just trying to be friendly to you. Sometimes when you go to supermarkets or shopping malls, you find a customer who is also buying will come over to you and ask, "Hi, can I help you? What can I do for you?" This is a customer who is willing to help because they believe that foreigners don't understand Chinese. So whenever someone meets a foreigner, he or she is trying to help in one way or another. Chinese food. Chinese cuisine plays a very important role in Chinese culture. And with its vast diversity in ethnicity, Chinese food varies from one region of China to another. In the north, they mostly eat wheat staples like noodles and buns. In the south, they eat mostly rice. Jiaozi, or dumplings, is a national delicacy in China. It is a food that is found on tables in most festive periods. So it doesn't matter if you are from the north, the south, the east, or the west. All over China, dumplings is a national food. The taste of Chinese food varies from sweet, sour, spicy, salty, and even bitter. Chinese food is amazing, guys. It's delicious. When you eat Chinese food, you feel as it gets into your bones. Not only is Chinese food delicious, it is also healthy. In most Chinese families, when they are having dinner, everyone has just a small bowl of rice or noodles. And on the table, you mostly have vegetables. That is, different kinds of vegetables. You also have chicken, meat, pork, fish, soups. Chinese people consume more vitamins, proteins, and fats and less of carbohydrates. My favorite Chinese food is Sichuan Huoguo or Sichuan hot pot. Guys, this food is awesome. Sichuan actually is a place or a province in the south of China, and their hot pot is one of a kind, guys. I really like it because it, first of all, is spicy, and second of all, it has this dense taste of peppercorn, which I really like the flavor. The next on the list, touristic sites. Tourism in China is a growing industry, and it plays a significant part in the Chinese economy. Every day, more and more foreigners come to China to visit. The Chinese government is doing its best to develop more and more touristic sites in order to attract more tourists. They are investing in their natural endowments like mountains, caves, lakes, rivers, beaches. Also, they are investing in artificial touristic sites like amusement parks. They are building temples, they are building museums, and so on. China itself is a beautiful country. There are lots of skyscrapers, especially in big cities. And these high-rise buildings are not just in big cities, they are also in small cities, they are in counties. So everywhere you go, it's so beautiful. China is really a beautiful country. It's like every day you just go out there for sightseeing. The next on the list is security. China has top-notch security, guys. The whole place is safe. Most often in my apartment, I don't lock the door. I just go to the house and I close the door, and when I'm leaving, I just close the door. And there has never been someone breaking in my apartment in China. I think one reason for that is that there are security cameras everywhere, and also because I live in a garden where there are guards everywhere. Leave your house at 2 a.m. in the morning, you go out for fresh air and come back and you will be safe. In China, gun ownership is illegal, so I have never been harassed by a gunman or someone with a knife anywhere in China. There is security in this country, guys. The next thing I'm going to talk about is the value of a family. Chinese people cherish their family so much, guys. The family has a very close relationship. They are always together. In China, parents are the ones to buy houses for their children. And in some families, parents do not just buy houses, they also buy their kids cars, luxury cars, guys. Also, grandparents are the ones to babysit or look after their grandchildren. The family is so close together. And that's why during the Spring Festival, Chinese nationals all over the world must return to China to celebrate this festival with their families. You know, the Spring Festival is the most important festival in China. So Chinese nationals make sure they come back to spend that time even if it's just once a year with their family members. You find families getting together, eating delicious food, and everywhere is just so warm and cozy. And this aspect of family value is what I really do admire about China or about Chinese people. The next on the list is transportation. China has a comprehensive transportation network that ranges from airports, railways, highways, and even subways. Guys, transportation in China is sophisticated, believe me. Sometimes I wonder why people say China is a developing country. I really don't understand how the great countries based on first world, second world, or third world. Because in my eyes, China has all the qualities of a first world country. Their highways are excellent, guys, especially intercity highways. Their highways are well constructed, well engineered. And then railways. Railways in China are well organized, and the Chinese have all kinds of trains. For example, they have high-speed trains, that is the Shanghai maglev trains. They also have average speed trains, slow trains, and even cargo trains. The Shanghai maglev trains are really amazing. They are fast and they are mostly intercity. They go intercity or inter-provinces. My favorite means of transportation is by train. I mostly buy a sleeper because I just sleep on the train at night and then I wake up in the morning at my destination. Yeah, so with a sleeper, a sleeper is a bed. So when I sleep on the train at night, I feel like I have not lost anything, and my day is still okay. So I don't really feel like I lost the day when I travel by train. One other thing that I really admire or what I enjoy about traveling by train in China is that the train moves from the farmlands, countryside, small cities, big cities, amusement parks. You see everything. It's like sightseeing to me when I'm traveling by train, and I really enjoy it. And most often when I travel by train, I just realize that my creative power is so high. I just get these ideas on my mind on certain things or certain projects that I can start. So I enjoy traveling by train. The next on the list is affordable lifestyle. Guys, the cost of living in China is very low compared to other countries around the world. When you go to supermarkets or farmers market to buy groceries, you see that the price of goods are pretty cheap, really cheap. Meat, fish, chicken, seafood, they are really cheap and affordable. You don't have to break the bank to live a comfortable and nice lifestyle in China. Most foreigners that live in China do not spend up to half of their salaries because life is so cheap and affordable. Some people might say that life is expensive, but that will be someone who wants to live a very high class life. Yeah, there are things for everybody in China. We have high class things, middle class things, and low income things. So you just have to choose where you belong and go there and stick to it. People who think life in China is expensive are those who want to go to 5-star restaurants, 5-star hotels, 5-star spa, those who like those very high class things. You can actually live an average, cozy, comfortable life in China without spending a lot of money, and you will be happy, you'll be fine, and you will have everything you need. In China, we don't have those ridiculous bills and taxes that I hear people in other countries pay. so you can easily save a lot of money working in China. Especially if you are an ESL teacher, you find that your house is being paid for by your school or the company you work for, and some schools even pay your bills, and they even give you a round trip air ticket every year. So what do you spend for? Just virtually nothing. So you see that China is a country where you can save a lot of money and you can also live an amazing life. We have finally come to the end of this video, and please, if you've watched this far, give me a big thumbs up. And if you would like to watch more of such videos, please leave your comments down below. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please support a sister and subscribe to my channel so that you can always get my videos. Thanks so much for watching, and hope to see you in my next video.